Hello, Mr.
Nope.
Oh, Mr.
Not my
Mr.
name.
40-san. 40-san.
Hello.
Arigato. Oh, wait.
Yes. You are welcome.
Yes.
You are welcome for my presence.
Yes.
Man, that's funny.
So what are we talking about today, Mr. 40-san?
Well, who are you?
Oh, me? I am, I am Tyler Cone, also known as T-Cone. Very simple. Just a young weeaboo philosopher who enjoys being goofy, funny, and also talking about the deep shit.
One young, one old. Both weebs.
All about that perspective.
Both weeb philosophy. Yep. Philosophy and waifus. What's more important in life?
I can't think of much more, sir.
I agree. I absolutely agree. Hopefully that can be our credo from here on out.
Absolutely.
So,
well, with that, who would you say is your staple waifu?
my staple, meaning
Yeah,
what does staple mean in
I mean,
this? Because I feel like
that's-
this is sus. I feel like I'm being entrapped.
I mean, maybe, but I mean, like who's the one you always go back to, you know?
Well, I mean, as of right now, my tops is obviously, Seiko Ayase. As I'm
Absolutely.
sure you can probably would have guessed since I talk about her quite often.
Absolutely.
Those of you who don't know, watch. Not yet. October. Read Dan Dan. You're still not caught up in that shit, are you?
No, I'm just reading by as it comes out, man. I'm just reading as it comes out.
All right.
I enjoy it that way.
Some
Very
shit
nice.
went down.
Oh no. Oh man.
Anyway, we digress. So yeah, she's my girl right now. You?
My staple waifu, man. I asked the question and I didn't think about my own answer.
Well, I have other answers too.
Absolutely. But I mean, Seiko, like, she
Them's
makes
deep
a lot
waters.
of sense like that.
Especially
That
for
makes
me.
sense, yes.
The phone case you gave me.
Yep.
My keychain. Oh, you gave me. And she's my phone wallpaper. So
Ah, man. My
grandpa's
waifu.
all the way.
Shit. Why am I like on the fence about this?
On the fence about this.
I shouldn't even say that. Like, I can't, like.
Well, just throw the
nothing's
first one
coming.
that comes to mind.
It's got to be Mikasa then. It's got because that is who's coming to mind. Because
Alright.
she's not the sexy. She's not the waifuest waifu, but she's the waifu.
She's absolutely waifu, man. Because waifu doesn't just mean like hot.
Yeah. I guess that's
not
what I
at
think
all.
of. I guess
Not
that's
at
what comes to
all.
mind. But
She's you kidding me? When she loves you, she loves you.
yes.
I wish Mikasa's the best.
I wish she would cut off my head.
I bet you do. Oh man. Yeah. You guys are going to be hearing a lot about AOT
Absolutely.
because it's one of our favorites, and I mean, if you want to talk philosophy, there's a lot of it in there.
Absolutely.
Prisoner of philosophy, one might say.
That's a good. I like that.
And I think, unfortunately, because of the circumstances, I think the same thing. I think it became. Hang on, I'm getting ahead of myself. I think Isayama became one himself because of everything.
Yeah.
I mean, let's think about it. People disagreed with his philosophy. That's why they didn't like that ending.
Yeah. You could even say they didn't disagree with it, but they just simply could not comprehend or
Couldn't
understand
accept it. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe they could
Yeah.
comprehend it,
Yeah.
but understanding and acceptance are two different things. Fuck, man. I mean, I rewatched that like 3 months ago.
Yeah.
And I cried again. I've read it twice. I've watched it however many times. I'll still cry every time she fucking kisses that head. Spoilers for Attack on Titan, by the way, guys.
She kisses that head. The way Mikasa kisses that head makes me.
Dude.
It brings a tear to my eye.
It's so upsetting, Yeah, but that's good storytelling. You spend so much time with these characters, and all this stuff happens, and you got to give us something to go on. We just to timestamp this episode, just finished reading the last chapter of My Hero, and like yes, it was definitely satisfying to a certain degree.
Yeah.
But like on a character level, for how many characters there were,
Yeah.
no, I don't think so.
Hmm.
You know, I mean, even like, what am I trying to say here? Fuck, man, we could have.
We could have got follow-ups with Eri. We could have got.
or even like Bakugo.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like at the most basic level,
Mm-hmm.
Bakugo.
Yeah.
It's where the show started off. You know,
Yeah.
before he even met All Might, he had to deal with Bakugo. You know, he had to learn how to be a hero while dealing with him fucking picking on him.
Yeah.
So he should have been there in more than just a mention.
Mm.
But, you know, I'm not griping. I'm not going to, you know, go off the rails. I loved it so much. What I got along the way made me so happy.
Absolutely.
You know? So.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, what do you want to segue into? Attack on Titan or My Hero? What do you
Well,
think?
I don't think My Hero... I think sure he tries to hit some philosophy in there, but I don't really think it's...
No.
It's
The
not on the same
philosophy
level.
is, what is a hero?
Right. You know, what is a hero?
Yeah.
Can a villain be a hero?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah, he can. That's a pretty good conversation, man. I think like on my other show is where I would talk about My Hero.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where I'm not trying to
Oh,
get
absolutely.
to like where I'm looking for like deep themes and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's deep.
Yeah.
You know.
Just a hero
I love it.
shonen.
I just love it. It's
Love
a
it,
great
but-
fucking shonen.
Simple.
Right. Oh man, it's over. It's over, guys. So what do you think? Let's take a sideways.
Yeah.
Man, Shonen Jump.
Hmm.
I don't love what they got going on right now. What do you think is gonna be like their next? We're not talking about One Piece people. We know.
So, I don't know how much you're gotten into it, but Kagurabachi,
I dropped it.
you dropped it. I like it.
Do you?
I
Should I
actually
pick it back
really
up?
enjoy it. I think you should. A lot of people are saying it's the next JJK.
But I don't think that's necessarily
yeah,
a good thing. You guys want hot
I
takes? I'll give them to
I
you.
knew you were gonna say that. I mean, so when I read that, I mean, I personally think of Bleach a lot when I read that.
You know I love Bleach.
So that's why I'm like, I think where I think of Bleach the most though is the potential, because I remember looking at Bleach, and when you look at his art development, his story development, I see the potential for that with Kagurabachi.
Okay.
Right now, it is finishing up its first like major arc. It was a good arc, good character building for the characters that were introduced. Good character. I wouldn't say good character development for the main character, but it kind of gives like this is who he is. You know, he is very much like cold-hearted in a sense, but still a kid.
Right. That's the one with the like storm sword, right?
Yes, the swords that have the power, essentially. Yeah.
And like, and that's like totally my thing. Like,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I like swords that do things. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. No, it's and you know, if you want to put aside the story, the action is absolutely amazing.
I did
in my
like that. I
opinion.
remember it being
was
well
very,
drawn.
Very good. Story, again, like I said, I think it has potential. I think it's gonna go places if he does it right. And the action is absolutely great.
All right.
I think his art also just has a lot of room for potential. Potential is really the word that comes to mind when I think of this. So.
Okay. And it's also saying something too. This is one of the only manga I think that you read digital.
Yeah.
Only.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep. I mean, when it comes out, I think I will be collecting it. But
So maybe I'll buy it as it comes out. Maybe
Yeah.
that might be the way to do it for me.
yeah.
Because like I definitely read a lot of manga online, but other stuff I don't like reading online.
Mm-hmm.
Like I never picked up Call of the Night online. You know, even though it's like
yeah.
my favorite,
Yeah.
one of my favorite
Oh
things.
wow! You know, I never even
got
thought
current on
about that. Yeah,
it. Never did it.
that's surprising.
I don't know. Maybe it's like I have to start online or like watch an anime because I've seen like Dr. Stone. I watched that first season.
Yeah.
I was like, this shit rules. And then I went on to Shonen Jump and just read the whole thing in like a day.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know. It's a weird thing, fucking digital manga.
Yeah.
It's a weird
Yeah,
thing.
I find that too. Like certain, like JJK. I remember when I was first doing it, I was just going by volumes because I really enjoyed it, doing it like that. But then, then Gojo versus Sukuna came out, and I had to just read to that. And
Right.
I've been reading it chapter by chapter ever since. And honestly, as much as we have some hot takes on JJK, I do enjoy reading. Like I do look forward to it every week.
I know you do. I
So-
don't like. I'm like dreading it every week. I'm
Oh,
literally like
man.
dreading it every week, but I can't bring myself to like not read it.
Yeah.
Like I stopped buying the volumes.
Yeah.
I'm 2 volumes behind,
Mhm.
you know, but I'm still reading the manga.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm like more hyped about Akane Banashi than anything else in Shonen Jump. Like
Mm.
that's my favorite thing.
Okay.
You know, I like that and like Beat in Motion.
Yeah.
You know, Shoha Shoten. I like these like
Mm.
weird offbeat, and all of those are about entertainment.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, that's the entertainer in you,
That's
you know.
I guess
That's
so.
what it is.
It's a creator. It's a creative in me, like
Yeah.
wanting to do stuff.
Yeah.
I like bad movies about that stuff. You've probably never seen it. There's a movie called Hustle and Flow
I've heard of it.
about a
but-
dude who's a pimp but wants to be a rapper. It's like a bad movie, but I love it to death. Oh man, it's fucking great.
Interesting.
But I'll bring up what's it called? Kagurabachi.
Kagurabachi.
Kagurabachi. I'll pick
Yeah.
it up again.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Especially now that I got a hole, my heroes out. You know.
Yeah. Yep.
So
I think it's a good place for it.
Good
for
place.
that, at least. At the least, for real.
I'll check it out because as of right now, like you know, every week the thing I look forward to most is Don to Don. That's for sure.
I definitely love that too.
It's-
You put me onto that for sure.
It's my favorite.
It's very good.
I love it to death.
I
cannot wait.
also enjoy just reading that by volume. It's very satisfying. But you know, eventually I might read it online.
I mean, you're missing out.
Yeah.
Although where we're at with the print run here in America,
Yeah,
we're getting to the point where like
it's catching up.
because it's been awesome, of course,
Yeah.
but now shit just goes bonkers,
Okay.
and it just kind of stays bonkers, and it's great.
Word.
Like you're just gonna meet Vamola and stuff like that now.
Okay.
It's going down. It's going down to down.
Oh shit! This is what you can expect, guys. A lot of this.
Dad jokes. Yes.
It's gonna be interesting because you know you're gonna have the dad jokes and I'm gonna have the brain rot Gen Z jokes.
That's
Like,
true, and then you can educate me. That'll be
Yeah.
that'll be fun too. People can
like
see me
when
learn.
I had to
things.
educate
I
you what
just learned about
gooning is.
gooning. Yeah, I just learned that. It's funny.
Oh shit!
Man, maybe this should be the focus of the show. Maybe we shouldn't make
I
it
mean, I don't think it even has to be the
theme-focused.
focus, but I think it'll just naturally happen.
less.
You know?
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Go in with a couple of ideas and just bullshit around them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I think we segued pretty good too.
I think so.
We got I think like. So there was room for like we were talking about AOT and then we stopped, but like
Oh, yeah.
it also still like there
Well,
was something to it.
We can
you
go
know?
back too.
Exactly.
Circle
Well,
right back around.
Let's do it.
Hell
So we're talking about we have a show about philosophy and anime. Talking about kissing heads. I mean, what do we love so much about Attack on Titan, Mr. San, Mr. 40 San? I can't say Mister. That kind of defeats the whole purpose.
Mr. 40 San, yeah.
Just
well, that's
Mr.
like,
40 Mister. Like,
well, I mean, we say ATM machine,
that's true.
but so, I mean, fuck. Short but sweet answer is, I like its brutal honesty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the show. You know, when you first watch the first episode, holy shit, everyone's getting eaten. This is
Yeah.
fucking insane.
Yeah.
So of course, I liked it on that level, but then as soon as they got to the point where they were like, yeah, so they took a third of humanity and basically sacrificed them because they knew we couldn't feed them. That was when I was like, okay, this story has something to offer us.
Yeah.
Like that was the moment I knew.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean by, brutal honesty. Because
Absolutely.
we see it. And then we see the same thing with like the upper class not giving a shit about anything but protecting, the status quo, their, selfish way of life, all that stuff. It's all there. Like anything you want to talk about is in Attack on Titan.
Absolutely.
Each story arc gives you another layer of like what society is. You know, like what society is in its heart is all there on Front Street in that show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Amazing.
my answer in a nutshell.
Couldn't have said it better. Yeah, I mean, you know, I think about it a lot. Like, I mean, obviously, like you said, I love absolutely what it represents and what it shows, and it is just the brutal honesty of it. And that was why I love the ending as well. Everyone hated the ending. I loved it because, simply put, that's how it was going to end, whether you liked it or not. And
it was the only thing, the character of Eren was the only thing he could accept.
Yes.
If he could accept a different ending, Isayama would have written one.
Yeah.
But characters take on a life of their own, and he wasn't going to do nothing else.
Absolutely.
You know?
It's amazing.
Fuck, dude.
You know, I always come back to, so Eren, obviously one of my favorite characters of all time, if not my favorite character of all time.
That's an episode on its own as our favorite character of all time.
Absolutely.
It says a lot about us.
Absolutely.
Because like the first two for me that come to mind for you is him and Lelouch.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's interesting.
So, oh man, with Eren, like, and I think I've said this to you before, is like, I don't love Eren because I want to be like Eren.
Right.
I love Eren because I am Eren, and part of life is dealing with, am I going to give in to being Eren, or am I going to be better, you know? Like,
right.
So,
right.
You know, I love him. He's a very tragic character. He's a very sad character. He's a very real character, and I just love him to death. And I always think about, you know, one thing that I can relate to him that is a good thing is his idea of continuing to move forward.
Yep.
You know, because I think in life sometimes we get stuck. And
we absolutely
we were
do.
even just talking about it not
I've
too
been
long
stuck.
ago.
That's one of the reasons we're doing this.
You know, and it's like, no matter what you're doing, you have to make a choice and you have to go. And you can't stop no matter what's in your way.
I agree. And, you know, a lot of stuff about Eren, you know, this comes down to things we talk about, other things in life and people we know and things. It's like, his feelings weren't wrong.
Yeah.
A lot of the stuff that he wanted was not wrong.
Mm-hmm.
His philosophy wasn't wrong. His actions were.
Yeah.
You know? And, like, honestly, I've gone through shifts in my life. Like, you know, it's existed in my life long enough for me as a person, as I change, I see the show in different ways. You know, like I told you, this last watch through, I was full on Jaegerist.
Yeah.
I was 100% like, these Jaegerists need to fucking kill everybody and be safe on their island. They need to protect themselves. They need to live.
Yeah.
I was 100% Jaegerist. And I was not the first time.
Yeah.
The first time, like, I recognized that Eren was wrong, but I was also like, you know, Mikasa, you guys need to go stop him, stop him. Now I'm like, don't stop him.
Yeah.
Just sit on fucking the island, let him flatten the world, and then see what happens after.
Yeah.
You know, and that's another thing we talk about, like power and how we'd use it. I would probably kill the world.
Yeah.
You know, it's probably the choice that I, 40-san, will make.
Hell yeah, man.
You
Holy
know?
shit.
No.
Do you think...
AOT.
Do you think... So you say you would kill the world?
If I was in Eren's position, I'd probably, yeah. Because they were going to come for you no matter what.
Yeah.
You can't trust them. You couldn't trust them.
So, let's talk about Machiavelli now. The power of fear. Fear is power. Do you think that...
It's certainly a form of power.
Do you think if you had the foresight of... Let's say you get isekai'd and you're Eren.
Okay. Isekai into Attack on Titan as
Isekai'd into
Eren.
Attack on Titan as Eren.
Wow. That fucking sucks.
Yeah, well, that definitely sucks.
I would love to be isekai'd. Not that way. I'd rather get isekai'd with kids, like fucking Journey into Another World. Like, you kidding me? Oh man.
Oh shit. But
fuck.
Okay, so there are some
he dies a
things.
virgin, right? I'm pretty sure he's still a virgin.
Yeah, that's
that
tough.
Sucks.
Where was I going? No, you're good. So I was gonna say, like, I mean, there are some things like you could save his mom technically. Like, there's some things that could happen, but even so, I don't know how much people know about or have seen things around Attack on Titan, like the whole idea of the deterministic future. That's one of the things I love about it, is that idea of a deterministic future where it's like you can't change the future.
Yeah, because he already made the choice in the past.
It's already, well, that's like the whole thing with the Attack Titan, is he can see the future, and it's like he couldn't change it matter what.
Because he saw the future, but the future was his past that he's already made the choice.
Exactly.
It was never. That's what I mean when I say that Eren never had another way to do it.
Yeah.
He couldn't ever do it.
Yeah.
You know, and like, would I try and change the determined future? Is that what you were saying?
Well, I was gonna say, well, there's two questions here. One is like, let's say there is no deterministic future. You are in Eren's shoes with the outside knowledge because you're isekai, and we talk about Machiavelli, power, fear. Do you think there was another option? Do you think you could have somehow became that caricature of fear and used that to overpower rather than just destroy?
Well, fuck, because what you're proposing is basically the original Eldian Empire, right?
Yeah.
You're talking about reestablishing the Eldian Empire with Eren as emperor,
Yeah.
right?
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah, I would do that.
Yeah.
I would absolutely do that. That's the decision.
So, because that's just where it's interesting, is like, because you said, yeah, I would destroy the world too, but if you had the choice to essentially reestablish the Eldian Empire,
well, so
this
is the thing. Like, I'm speaking idealistically. If we really want to get into the weeds about the story, they were in a technological point where Titans were easier to kill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It
Yes.
would have been much more difficult for them to do it. They would have literally had to sacrifice way too many people, I think, as cannon fodder,
Fair.
right?
Yeah.
To turn into
Yeah.
like the mindless Titans
Yep.
to really accomplish it.
Yeah.
So maybe like I don't think the Eldians would have had a future that way. So I think maybe the rumbling is the only thing he could have done at that point.
Okay.
Right? Because there's not a lot of Eldians left. They're in camps everywhere. And then, okay, so we're going to rebuild the Eldian Empire. But to do it, you guys who've been suffering in these camps for the last 150 years, I don't care about you. Turn into these mindless Titans real quick.
Well,
You know?
you could say, let's relate to real life. Terrorism. A lot of terrorists are born out of, you've been suffering all your life.
I know.
Give your life to whatever and blow yourself up.
I know.
So, I mean, could we say maybe that there is some possibility?
There might have
in
been,
that?
sure, like volunteers. You're probably right.
Yeah.
There probably would have been. I think there's a point, before Gabi and all them become part of the story.
Yeah.
Like, she would have been one of those people
Yeah.
if the situation arises. I think so. I fucking hate her.
I think everyone does.
She's one of my least favorite characters in fiction, and I hate her. And as soon as she's introduced, I'm just like screaming,
She's the hero
die.
of the story. What are you talking about?
She's a hero of the story, sure. I'll give her the credit she deserves. Because without her, fucking Falco never would have the balls to do what he's doing.
Yep. She's an interesting character,
And,
for sure.
Well, they're good examples of living a life of oppression.
Yep.
And, she'll do anything to please her master.
Yeah.
If you want to talk
Yeah.
about,
Yeah.
you want to talk about Machiavelli, all these things. 48 Laws of Power. You're talk about your masters, all this stuff. Whereas he maybe necessarily wouldn't do anything, but would make the appearance of it.
A non-player, so to speak.
I mean, yeah, because he knew the whole time he was ferrying letters for Eren that he was doing the wrong thing.
Yeah.
He knew he shouldn't be caught doing those.
Yeah.
He still did it.
Yeah.
And because of it, a lot of people died.
Yeah.
Eren would not have succeeded without him.
Yeah.
Right?
So is Falco a victim, or is he just a non-player?
I mean, well, a victim of what? First off,
Manipulate. I mean, do you think?
Well, sure, yeah, he was definitely manipulated by Eren.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, but if you make the argument to like a pure Jaegerist, they're gonna say Eren was manipulated by fate, by his own fate that he wrote.
Yeah.
Fucking like Eren was like the hand of God. You know, like Amir is definitely God in this situation.
Yeah.
And she made this whole thing happen.
Yes.
And okay, so there, if we're gonna complain about anything about AOT, it's gonna be that. Maybe he could have spent another page or two explaining Amir's interest in Mikasa's love for Eren. Right?
Okay.
Maybe if anything, he could have made that a little clearer.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that would be my big takeaway.
So, I mean, what would you have wanted from that?
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know. Maybe that's why it's not there.
I mean, because my thoughts on it are, because she is interesting as well because she loved her master who essentially treated her like shit.
She was a slave.
And like, I guess she admired Mikasa because she was like her, but also not. Like, that is a little, it's interesting.
Willing to forgive anything in the man she loves, but also strong enough to fight for what she believes in and stand up for him. Maybe that's what it is.
So I
stand up to him. I mean,
think that like you're answering your own question in a way where it's like she saw the similarity, but she saw the difference. That's why she was so obsessed with it, because she admired Mikasa, and that's like the end of the book is essentially saying like Mikasa was the reason for everything.
Right.
So I think that's what it is. It's like Eren was in a way, a recreation of the king. I think Fritz. And Mikasa was a reincarnation of Ymir, but she. I mean, maybe I'm straying a little, but I think essentially she was obsessed with Mikasa because they were the same but different.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think clarification would have been a little good.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I think we get it.
Yeah.
I think we get it. He's a strong enough writer.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
Yeah.
AOT, if you haven't read it, we've spoiled it, but fucking read it anyway.
Man.
It's so good.
If you haven't read it, what are you doing?
There's a lot of great moments.
What are you doing?
Yep.
Goes beyond anything.
Or watch it if you don't want to read it. Watching it's good too.
Mm-hmm. Yep. They didn't do an anime-only ending. Good shit. Good shit by them.
It worked.
They kept it to their roots.
Yes. I fucking ugh. Anime-only endings. No thanks.
Yes.
No thanks. Did you see fucking Hideki Anno as like something happened to his leg, like broke his leg or some shit?
No.
I was like, damn. That guy. I know you're not an Eva guy, but
No.
I will always be. I guess it's because I'm old. I mean,
You're a Gurren Lagann guy, and I know that a lot of people who are Gurren Lagann people are Evangelion people.
At least that's from this century, though.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Gurren Lagann is definitely, I would say, more appealing.
Well, it's. I think Evangelion is more depressing.
That's what I mean. It's a happier, more fun time, even when it's not. Because, I mean, even fucking Kamina dies with a smile on his face.
Yep.
My man. Maybe I should get a giant back tattoo of him dead in the chair.
I think tattoos have representation. I would go for a more happy one. I would go for
I don't know.
I mean, shit. If
He was happy. He won.
he was,
He won that fight.
but
And he died knowing that Simone was going to be able to be
Okay.
fine without him.
Okay.
Could you imagine? I mean, Simone, imagined a little bit of it himself, but could you imagine what Kamina really would have said if he saw Simone as his head sack?
No, I can't.
Man, it's horrible. It would be... Right. I think he would just punch him a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sad sack Simone.
Yeah.
Gurren Lagann, obviously, is about evolution. I don't really think philosophy so much into it, but definitely spending some time talking about Gurren Lagann would be fun too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because the way that it evolves as a story, as a show, as everything is really fucking cool.
Absolutely. Well, I think it's not about philosophy, but it has a philosophy, which
has
is
a philosophy.
evolution.
Yeah.
So absolutely, I think we can talk about that a lot.
I think so. Because, It's fucking foundational for me.
Oh, hell yeah.
I love it so
Bro,
much.
I was so sad you didn't come to the second movie because
Me
it
too.
was so amazing.
Me too.
I had like a life-changing moment watching that shit, man. It
That's
was
awesome to
so
hear, though,
good.
man. Yeah, there's nothing better than fucking anime on the big screen.
Absolutely.
Next up is Chainsaw Man. Whenever that is.
I think that's also no, I don't think they have a release date.
I think because you and I looked last time, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm excited for it.
Hell yeah.
I'm definitely excited for that.
Hell yeah, man.
And it's a fun arc, so.
Oh, it's a fucking amazing arc.
Yeah, I like
mean,
Reze.
arguably one of the best. Arguably the best.
I think the whole thing. I think we should just make it clear. If we talk about anything, we're gonna spoil it.
Oh yeah,
I think we
probably...
should just make that known to anybody because we're gonna spoil shit. So what I'm gonna say is, I think like really everything within those first 11 volumes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is just immaculate. Like
Absolutely.
As a whole, like, is the Bomb Devil arc amazing? Yes, but like seeing Aki in his snowball fight.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I've never been more upset reading manga.
Yeah.
Like I'm probably gonna have to buy another issue. My pages were so wet.
Yeah.
I'm just crying on it. You know what I mean? Like it's so fucking good.
Yeah.
Like
That is true.
ah man, fucking first Chainsaw Man run was incredible.
It was amazing.
Incredible.
Snowball fight.
I mean, if you
Everyone
wanna,
knows.
fucking A. If you want to talk Machiavelli, Makima.
Yeah.
I wonder if her name is even like
It might
a
be.
nod to him.
It might be.
You know, the way she controls.
man.
But
I'm interested to see like the kanji of her name. You know, like what it actually.
what it comes from.
Yeah. 'Cause that'd be interesting. Yeah.
Me too.
But yeah, no, carry on. Machiavelli, Makima.
Well, just you talk about different types of power.
Yeah.
And she being the control devil
Mm-hmm.
and her manipulations. There's so many things we can talk about. She was absolutely the prince of her principality.
Yes.
You know what I mean? She had everyone under her thumb, but nobody thought so. Everyone just thought she was in charge of this section. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But then a couple people try, and then all of a sudden everyone's dead, and we go, as an audience, we all collectively gasp our breath and go, wait, what?
Yeah.
And then she kills a bunch of dudes in the craziest fucking way. She's...
She is an awesome villain. That's
awesome
for sure.
villain. Absolutely. She might actually have earned like statue. Maybe I get a statue of Makima. I've been on the fence for a while. I've wavered on power, but maybe it's Makima.
The only thing with the statue is it's funny because I feel like most people would assume that if you have a Makima statue, it's for different reasons.
I don't give a fuck what they think.
Then
They can think I'm fucking was it frosting
putting her
it
in
all
the
day
jar.
long. I don't give
Putting her
a
in the
shit.
jar. But no, she's definitely like
I don't care.
she's up there.
I've already got how many statues they're gonna think I'm fucking.
Oh,
What's another one? Right? Like, what's another one? What's another
Yep.
4?
Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
No, she is definitely deserving of it, though. She is.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. She's gonna have to wait though. There's a list.
Yes.
I definitely want to talk statutes for sure. Videos.
Let's go.
We gotta make videos for
Oh
statutes.
yeah, but you know what?
definitely
We're doing good right now. So
hitting all the subjects.
Yes.
This is like a potpourri.
yes. I gotta say.
Oh. What's the next figure you're buying?
Ah, man. I don't know. I think it's just gonna be another whatever pops out at me. Because that Gojo one was. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That was a big one.
That was a dope
And
one.
it was definitely like, I sat there and I'm like telling myself, no, like it's not worth it. Like you need to start making the responsible choices. And then that ember inside of me just came up and was like, fuck that, man. You live once. Fucking buy that figure and you're gonna fucking sit there and it's awesome. And I fucking did it. And I was like, hell yeah.
I've been good. Like I'll mostly buy lower end figures.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
And sometimes those are the better ones.
I
too.
like the way they look. You know what I mean? Like yours was pricey. That was a big boy.
Yes.
The most expensive figure I bought was, I believe, Maple with the full,
Yep.
whatever she calls it, machine god.
Yep.
I think it was like 168 or something like that. But fucking A. So you like to just wait, see what pops out at you.
Yeah,
See, I don't do
absolutely.
that because I don't go to enough stores that have these things.
Well, you gotta start going,
You know,
man.
it's gotta be the
well,
internet.
maybe don't start
Yeah,
going,
really.
but,
You're
but
not
we're gonna
wrong.
take that trip to that
We're
one.
gonna go check out that
Yep.
place.
So we got, there's opportunity.
I definitely gotta buy a Kana though.
Mm.
Go with my Ruby. And then we'll get a Memcho.
There's a list.
You know, you gotta have a list.
Yep.
And at that point, I'd be like, well, I have the old B Komachi. I mean, the new B Komachi. Maybe I need I to look over them.
I would like that.
You know what I mean?
That'd be cool. Yeah.
I was gonna buy an I one anyway. I never did.
Yeah. It'll come. It'll come.
It will. I was gonna say it, but I didn't.
I think we all know what I was saying, what you were insinuating. We get it.
We all
get
knew
it.
what
We
was
all
being
knew.
said.
We had the jar ready.
Oh no.
I was halfway in the jar, but we pulled her out. Oh.
Just put it back in already.
Just
Get it
put it-
over with. Put it back in. Take it out. Put it in. Well, fucking A, man. Why don't we call it there?
All right.